Hello people of the interwebs and welcome to Moorhan. I'm Mr. Beardstone, this is the PaperhatsSMP and I'm currently just running around my base like a madman. So since last episode we've been very busy. We've imported all of our pets across from our starter house. We added a potion brewer to Port Beardsley. We built a blacksmith and populated it with villagers. And we built a library which is waiting to be populated with villagers. We killed a whole bunch of withers thanks to our brand new wither farm. Added a mega beacon to the shopping district, and we even lent a hand with a new project in the shopping district, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, like I said, we've been pretty busy. So today's plan is to head over to Twin Lakes, where the library is, and first things first, we're going to put some villagers in the library and just see where we go from there, really. So let's go, shall we? Woohoo! We've been going at this for a little while. We've managed to get some villagers in here that have got fairly decent trades. They're kind of the bottom end of the trades that you'd want, really. So, you know, we've got a Silk Touch, we've got Aqua Affinity and Sweeping Edge and so on. So we've got all the ones that are kind of required, but we haven't got any of the really good ones yet. And it has occurred to me that by putting them in here, it's going to make it harder when it comes to converting them into zombies to get the prices down, because I've not been too concerned about the prices they've been coming out with, because I do plan on curing them. The problem is, I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to villager mechanics, so I may need to get someone in who does know a little bit more about it. So I think I need like a little contraption that will enable me to kill the villagers and then cure them, and do that as many times as I need to, so before I put them in place and trade with them and so on. So I think what I might need to do is call on Janko Meyer.
Someone called for Janko Meyer?
I need to enlist your services again. You did such a great job over there on the smelter, which has been fantastic, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have another job for you among these buildings. And it's something I believe you may have helped Diamond King Industries with as well. So I thought, you know, who better than the one and only Janko Meyer?
All right, well, show me what you got going on here.
Okay, so up here in our blacksmith, we've got a lovely collection of villagers. However, if you look at them, if you, hey, wait, what are you? Delvin, come over here. Get it. Yeah. Oh, Delvin actually came over. That was pretty weird. He's got trades, but they're not great. So what I want to do is zombify them. More than once, most likely. Zombify them, heal them, loop them around the system as many times as I need to get the cheapest possible deals. Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I don't really know the mechanics. And then I want to be able to just send them off to wherever I need them. This is the breeder. So our villagers are currently being stored down there. The first thing I need to do is just get them out of the way of that hopper so they're not all collecting my carrots, because... Wait a minute. What's the... I hate villagers so much. They're stealing all my carrots, so they need to be out of the way to begin with. But not only that... they're not stealing all my carrots. They're stealing a lot of my carrots. But, yeah, so they need to go. But apart from that, this is where they're stored, and I need somewhere... You've got plenty of space down here. You can do whatever you need to do. But basically, I need a chamber where I can just loop them round and zombify them, and then heal them, and do all that jazz. And then, just send them up the top there somewhere.
All right, yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Obviously, there's the important matter of fees.
Yes. Well, this is a fairly easy job. It's a lot easier than your smelter. I would probably, let's see. And it doesn't take much materials. That's the good thing. So 2 diamond blocks.
Yeah, okay, that sounds fair. And all the carrots you can carry.
Okay. Alrighty.
Chuck them in as a little cheeky bonus for the one and only Janko Meyer.
Alrighty.
How long do you think it'll be for? Like, is it a job that you'll be able to book in any time this week, do you reckon?
Yeah, either Monday or Wednesday. Very
Okay.
soon. Very soon.
Cool. Sounds fantastic. In the meantime, I'll probably just build up the infrastructure around here a bit more.
All right, I'm just gonna sit right here until I'm ready.
Okay, that's strange, but I'll just make sure you're going to be safe. There you go.
Oh, alrighty.
Cool. See you later, Jankomite. Thanks.
See ya.
That guy's really weird. Really weird. So we left it a few hours and we came back at night, and it looks like Jankomaya has left, which is nice because he's a bit of a strange one sometimes. You know, you don't want him hanging around too long. But what we're going to do is carry on with all the buildings that we're putting in this area. So I've got a few marked out already. There's a board over there with some more on that we know we're going to add. But I think I'll probably start over here with the sort of fisherman shack / dock type area. I think that'd be a good place to start. And that might even enable us to shape some of the coastline around here a bit more as well, because we'll have an idea of what space we need for the buildings. And then we'll probably just work our way around and keep adding buildings for a little while. We'll see how far we get. And now, by the power of video editing, I present to you our little fishing shack. So what I've done is pretty much just made it out of wood, being what it is. So as you come around here, you've got a nice little dock out the back. I'll chuck a couple of boats in here. Still probably got a little bit of detailing I want to do on the walls and bits around here, but overall quite pleased with how it's coming out so far. So inside we've put these gates in so that we can keep the villagers trapped in this sort of inside bit. We've also got these barrels at the sides as if they're sort of, you know, selling points, so to speak. Yeah, need to get some bits in the frames and need to get some fish in the... Ooh, I've made myself tuck there. And need to get some fish in the smoker and maybe a little bit of grub in the larder as well. But overall, I think it's looking pretty cool. So next up, I think what we're going to do is just sort of carry on working our way around here, because we know that we want to put the Fletchers here with a small sort of archery range out the back here, and then we're going to have the farmers market. However, what I may do is actually sort of change the areas where these things were going to go. So there's not as much space here as I would like, I think, for the farmers market, because I'm going to want quite a lot of farmers. So what I might do is actually put the farmers market over here near the fishery. I think that'll tie in a bit more with the dock that we're going to be putting along the front and so on. And yeah, probably move the archers over that way somewhere to fill in the space over there, because it doesn't need to be a particularly big building, this one. So yeah, I'm going to tear this up and just start building a farmers market in this area and just sort of see where it stretches, I think. Just going to make it up as I go along. So we had a slight change of plan in that I realised there wasn't really enough space down there to put down all the stalls that I required. So what I've done is I've flattened out the sort of peak that was over there, and yes, I know, I've removed one of the lakes, but don't you panic, it'll be coming straight back. We will be putting another one in. This is called Twin Lakes after all, but we will figure out where that goes a little bit later. For now, however, what we're going to do is jump down there and I'll show you where we've got to with our first couple of market stalls. And yep, I'll quickly pick that up again. So what I've done down here is sort of made a couple of generic market stalls at this stage. So I don't know exactly what farmers are going to be in there. I don't know what goods they're going to end up selling because, you know, they do specialise a little bit, I gather. So we'll actually theme them around what it is they're selling a little bit later. But yeah, overall, I'm pleased with how the designs come out. And I think what we're probably going to end up doing is, yeah, sort of copying the same design, same sort of, you know, general look and feel of them, put a few more all around this area, and maybe put something in the centre, and yeah. Well, let's just crack on, shall we? A couple of hours later, and we have a couple of new market stalls. We've managed to get one in on an angle, which I'm quite pleased with, because I wasn't sure how that was quite going to go. So we've mixed up the colours of the roofs as we go along as well, and we've got sort of 4 or 5 composters in each one, so I think we've probably got plenty of space for all the farmers just with these 4. So yeah, overall, very pleased with how that's come along. We do still need to sort the path out there though, and we've also done, if I come over here, a big custom tree in the middle. We did try building a wagon, but that didn't come out very well, so we decided to go with a big tree in the end instead, and I'm very pleased with how that's come out. We're going to hang a few lights on it too. So next, we do still need to sort out the path, as I said, but we're going to go over to the coast at the back there. And what we're going to do is terraform the coast along the side there. We're going to start creating our shipping dock, and we're going to build that up over the back there. I think it's time for a time-lapse, maybe. And back to normal game mode, I can only say I am relieved. That crane, that was painful. As you probably saw from the time-lapse, I was struggling a bit with that, trying to get a crane that was, you know, not too big, not too small, did what it needed to do, wasn't too chunky, and yeah, that was quite a painful build, that one. But I suppose it gave you guys a good insight into my process when I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. It's just place blocks until something works. But yeah, very happy with how that came out in the end. I may tweak a few little bits here and there, sort of mainly on the top beam there, not 100% satisfied with that sort of setup around that area. But overall, I think that really does actually add a bit of depth to the skyline around here, and is a good start for the docks. We've also textured all of this area out the front here. I will be putting a few other bits and bobs around here. Haven't quite decided what yet to fill this up a little bit. We may even put a small sort of shack or shop or shipping office or something. Don't really know yet, but we'll come back to that. And yep, still haven't terraformed this path. That is certainly on my to-do list. So at the start of the episode, I gave you a sneaky peek of what was being built over here, and this is a small community project that myself, Kelsey and Siphon worked on, and it's basically just a trading centre for anyone to use. And what's it trading, you ask? Why, heads, of course. So we've got the trader's head, and we've got a couple of llamas on either side, and the idea is when you've got extra heads that you don't need, you can just dump them in here and other people can come along and sort of take what they require. However, some heads are obviously harder to get hold of than others, and that's what this room's going to be for. So we're all going to have our own boxes, and in a box, if you've got a particular head you wish to sell, you can just put that in there, and that will allow Paper Hats to come in and just get what they need when they need it. Love that build though. Just need to sort out the switch, I think. Thanks for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed yourself, then please do remember to like and subscribe. And if you want more from Mr. Beardstone and Moorhan here on the PaperhatsSMP, then please do drop us a follow over on Twitch. We stream on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, currently at 6 PM GMT, but that may well be changing ever so slightly. We'll be back in the next episode with more from Moorhan. We're going to carry on expanding on the villager market village. We'll actually try and get some villagers in there as well, as I believe Janko Meyer is pretty much done with the purification machine. So yeah, there's going to be cheap deals all round. Bye-bye now.